John 1 and 1. John 1 and 1. And then somebody else give me the prologue of Sirach. Anybody? John 1?
John chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word.
Was the Word.
And the Word was with Elohim.
And the Word was Elohim.
And the Word was Elohim.
And the Word was Elohim. The book was written in what?
English. Well, you're talking about the original book.
The original book was written in what?
Aramaic. That book?
The original. No, I'm just talking about the book, period. Manuscripts.
Hebrew.
Hebrew, right? So do we think English has the same capability to give us an understanding as Hebrew? No. See, Most High is beautiful because he does things in sequence, he does things in numbers, and does things that's related to his cause and not our own. So who got the prologue of Sirach? Prologue of Sirach. Anybody? Let's understand why it's important to learn our language. Reason I'm doing this lesson so y'all can see how important it is. Because things like this, we'll let go past us and not understand. You see? And I'm doing this, and I'm telling y'all this is not my personal, this is taught to me. And Most High said he gives us things to pass to other people, so I want to pass it on to y'all as well. This is taught to me by Elder Jediah Malek. He was my original Hebrew teacher, so I'm teaching y'all the same thing so y'all can actually understand the importance of why we're learning the language. Because there's a lot of doctrines going around and say we should not learn the language, it does not matter. Do you think Hebrew is a salvation problem? If you don't study, it could be a salvation problem?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? It could be, right?
If you don't really understand the scriptures, you can get misled.
Right.
Thinking that it means something else when it doesn't.
One word can change the whole dynamic of a sentence.
That's what Maury said too, actually.
You understand? So we go with this childless language, this language that does not stem from anything, which is made up. And we're trying to put our law in the perspective of English. We'll never understand the Torah. We'll never understand the book. So it's our duty. He said what? Remember the days of old. Right? Remember the ancient manuscripts. So if he's telling us these things, you think he's just telling us just so we can have knowledge? No. He's telling us so we can start discerning the truth from a lie. Do you understand? So we can start discerning the truth from a lie. So somebody read the prologue of Sirach for me.
The entire thing?
Yes, please.
Prologue of Sirach, a.k.a. Ecclesiasticus. This, Yehoshua, was the son of Sirach and grandchild to Yehoshua of the same name with him. This man therefore lived in the latter times, after the people had been led away captive and called home again, and almost after all the prophets. Now his grandfather Yehoshua, as he himself witnesseth among the Hebrews, who did not only gather the grave, and the short sentences of the wise men that had been before him, but himself also uttered some of his own, full of much understanding and wisdom. As therefore the first Yehoshua died, leaving this book.
Leaving what?
Leaving this book.
What book is that?
Ecclesiasticus, Sirach.
What book though? Apocrypha, right? And also the Torah.
Okay.
Come on.
Perfected, almost perfected. Sirach, his son, receiving is after him, left it to his own son Yehoshua, who having gotten it into the hands, compiled it all orderly into one volume, and called it the wisdom.
What's the wisdom? The Torah. Right? That's the wisdom that we was, at this time we were supposed to be seeking out. So in order for us to understand the law, we have to go back to its original tongue. Now hop down where it says whereas many. Now watch this. I want y'all to pay close attention to this. And y'all tell me if it's a necessity to learn the language, right? Or a luxury. Come on.
Whereas many and great things have been delivered unto us by Torah and the prophets.
And what language was both in the Iranian?
Hebrew.
The ancient tongue, Hebrew, and also Aramaic. Okay, come on.
And by others that have followed their steps. For the which things Israel,
Who?
therefore the which Israel
Israel, come on.
ought to be commended for learning and wisdom, and whereof not only the readers must needs become skillful
Be what?
themselves.
So you're not just supposed to be a person who just reading this book and say, oh, that's wonderful that we had this history. You're supposed to be skillful in understanding where the book came and the purpose of the book. But if you're going just off English, you'll never get the full understanding. Come on.
But also, they that desire to learn be able to profit them which are without.
Who has a desire to learn? Raise your hand. Why are we supposed to learn? What did it just say?
Joshua 1:8.
That definitely. But he said what? So we can profit and help those who are without this. You get what I'm saying? If you already have it in your hand and obtain it, and it's there, you're supposed to study it so you can teach your people. Come on.
But also they that desire to learn be able to profit them which are without, both by speaking and writing.
You're supposed to learn how to speak your tongue and write it. Come on.
My grandfather, Yehoshua, when he had much given himself to the reading of Torah and the prophets and other books of our fathers, and had gotten therein good judgment, was drawn on also himself to write something pertaining to learning and wisdom, to the intent that those which are desirous to learn and are addicted to these things might profit much more in living according to the Torah.
So if you understand the writings of the Torah, it's going to profit you more in this life of living. You have a better living condition spiritually. Because now you understand what's going on in the world today and how you can apply it to your life. Come on.
Wherefore, let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention, and to pardon us, wherein we may seem to come short of some words which we have labored to interpret.
Now watch this. Pay attention.
For the same things in other tongues have not the same force in them.
Say it again.
And for as the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them.
Have not the same force in them. So it's a lot of prayers and songs. Who will profit you more, to speak in the Hebrew tongue to your father or English? Huh? In Hebrew. What was the word in the beginning?
Wait, you got a question?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I've been studying this book my whole life. It's like I'm reading a completely different book.
Hallelujah.
That's crazy.
You're supposed to be open to learn. Somebody give me Psalms 40 and 7. Psalms chapter 40, verse 7. And then somebody else give me Hebrews chapter 10, verse 7. I want to stay in this prologue. I want you to finish this. Come on. Start from for the same things uttered again.
Okay. For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them. And not only these things, but the law itself, and the prophets,
And the what?
and the rest of the books,
And the what?
and the prophets, and the rest of the books,
And the rest of the books. Come on.
have no small difference
When they're what?
when they are spoken in their own language.
When they are spoken in their own language. Is English the original language of this book? So I'm going to ask y'all again, is it a necessity or a luxury to learn the language?
Necessity.
What we going to do? Are we going to stand our ignorance?
I really never liked English anyway. It's retarded.
Psalms 40 and 7. Psalms chapter 40, verse 7.
What was the other one?
Hebrews 10 and 7.
Sounds what there?
Psalms chapter 40, verse 7.
Hebrews 10 and 7.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Psalm chapter 40, verse 7. Then I said, Lo, I come in the volume of the book.
He came in the what?
In the volume of the book.
Are you going to get a true understanding of Mashiach, Messiah, if you only stay in English? Do y'all think so? Honestly, y'all think you're going to get the same understanding of our King in English? Because there were words that were taken out and added on. I can tell you like this. 2nd Esdras chapter 7 has 70 verses missing. 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, 2nd Esdras in the last chapter has the Most High's name taken out. You see? And that's in that red book that you got. You see? So when you understand the mindset of the heathen, each translation they made, they take more out and add their interpretation into it. You understand? Psalms 40 and 7. Oh, you already read that? Hebrews 10 and 7.
Hebrews 10 and 7. Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book.
Precept upon precept.
It is written of you.
It is written of him in the Hebrew tongue. You're going to get the full understanding by studying your language. I truly don't understand why people say the language don't matter. You know why? Because when you understand Greeks and their customs, when you read about the Maccabees, what were they trying to do to us? Convert us. By what?
Hellenism.
Making us practice and take on their ways.
Right? Hellenistic ways, right? They said, drop your law and take on these strange laws. So look, just like captivity here, right? We were forced into these customs, and now we accept them, and we pride off them. So they say you can't speak in your language, you can't call on your God's name, you can't practice your culture, you can't sing or dance to anything related to your culture. That's what they told us in slavery. So now you got people saying, oh, you don't have to learn the language? Job well done, Esau. Job well done. Job well done, because what you wanted exactly happened. So when you take away the language, you take away your power. I was just explaining to the sister right here, you go to Israel, they really don't think that you know something. So they speaking in Hebrew, think you don't know what they saying, and you start speaking back, you're like, oh, whoa. I'm going to stop messing with that, brother. You know, a little too much. And they getting to tell you the true Jews. If you go over there not knowing nothing, they gonna say, how you know you Hebrew? If you go in there knowing your stuff, they know their place. They know that. Okay? So now we're gonna get an understanding of what the names of the Bible. Alright? So do a favor for me. I want everybody to take the time to write down each book of the Old Testament. Each name of the book in English. Write that down. Write that down. I'm gonna take y'all time to put some music on. No. You got a Bible.
We be coming back.
Take your time. You should have a section for English. You should have a section for Hebrew. You should have a section for the meaning. And you should have a section for the Strongs. So we're going to get an understanding why we need to learn our language. Y'all understand when we was crying out in Egypt, when when Judas Maccabeus was praying before the battles, that he spoke in his tongue. And when they won the battles, they spoke and praised in their tongue. And when you see the sequence of these same events happen, every time they speak their tongue, the Most High delivering them. You see, that's the importance of learning our language so we can start praying and praising and singing in our tongue. So don't let nobody ever tell you that it's not important to learn your language. Because it is. It's your language. Did they tell you it's not important to learn English? No. They promote. They try to prompt you up to learn Spanish. And that is a derivative. If you're going, actually, let me tell you about it. You're going to Taino, that's a derivative of Hebrew. Just like the tree language that so-called Africans speak. A lot of them tongues is a derivative of Hebrew. So when you understand these things, you get to the bottom of it, that every language that you see today stemmed off Hebrew, the Ivrit. The Ivrit tongue. Anybody know where that word Hebrew come from?
The actual word Hebrew? Not the original Hebrew, but the name Hebrew.
Hebrew.
Hebrew, forefather.
Hebrew.
That's where that name come from. What does Hebrew mean?
Passing through.
Passing through, crossing over to what though? Simple. Culture. Crossing back over into who you are. When they cross that, you cross that river, right? When Moses split the sea. Boom. As soon as they crossed over, what were they going into? Setting up shop for a nation and their culture. So when we cross over through the water, right? Cross over through the immersion. That's supposed to be our time to come back to him and the culture he gave us. Take your time. Try to so we can get it going. We about to break something down so cold, y'all ain't gonna realize what volume of the book means. Yo,
I know.
Spoiler.
that's like,
Spoiler alert.
I'm like a little kid in 3rd grade, man.
I know.
Teach Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson, I have an answer. Miss Johnson, I have an answer.
I'm gonna wait till everybody else finish.
Is majority of y'all done?
Yes.
What's the third section?
Huh?
Yeah.
3rd section is meaning. So 1st section English, 2nd section Hebrew, 3rd section meaning, 4th section Strong's number.
Even break out the dice. You gonna do?
Huh?
You gonna do?
No, we ain't gonna do the new yet. It's gonna take enough time already. As far as the adults, are most of y'all done? Meaning you done?
Ready.
Johnson, you done? You done too?
You said you have to write the whole
You
time.
done? You done?
Yeah, I did.
Y'all supposed to be done? Adai, you done? Mr. Mike, you done?
Ready, say ready.
Okay. Alright, so y'all see all they got all the books down, right?
No.
So I'm not talking to you children. We waiting on y'all, we be here for 3 hours. Alright, so the first book is what? Do you think a lot of the names in the Old Testament have to actually do with the actual book? Don't do. Listen. What is the word? Where does the word Genesis come from?
Genealogy. Well,
Where does Genesis come from? What does Genesis mean? So Genesis, right? The origin of Genesis come from Old English. Y'all hear me? Old English. And the first time you'll actually see this name come up is in the Greek terms, the Roman terms. It comes from, if y'all remember, during that time they called the book what? Pentateuch, which means 5 books. Pentateuch means 5 books, right? And that's from the Latin. It's a word from the Latin. It says, adopted as the title of first book of Old Testament in Vulgate. From the Greek Genesis, and from the Greek Genesis means origin, creation, generation. But the word actually stems from a word called gignestai, to be born. And that word is related and stemmed off genos, which means race, birth, or descent, which comes down to genus. Now, when you think about the book of Genesis, would you think that has some relationship with it?
No.
I'm sorry, I wasn't question.
Do you think that Genesis, the name, has any relations with the actual first book?
Get a definition of it.
For the
That's what
original
you
book,
just said.
to the original meaning of it, the original.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Now
know.
remember, we're coming from our own language.
Right. I'm scared.
Does Genesis have anything to do with the language? That name? Huh? No. Because what y'all missed was Genesis means what? Birth. Born. Was y'all not here before this creation?
Good. Yeah, I mean, I always think it as the beginning of mankind. Genesis.
Would you read Genesis 1:1 first?
The beginning was the word.
What'd you say?
The beginning was
In the what?
the beginning was the word.
In the beginning. Now I want y'all to look up the word Genesis in your strong concordance. Once you get that, I want y'all to write that name of Genesis, the Hebrew version of it, in the section Hebrew. And we'll also write the meaning of it and the Strong's number. Once y'all got the meaning, tell me what the Hebrew word is and the meaning of it.
Hebrew word is,
Huh?
the Hebrew word is Bereshit.
Bereshit. Everybody say Bereshit.
Bereshit.
What does Bereshit mean?
Just an educated guess. Born.
No. Y'all got Strongs.
It's not
It
coming
ain't in this Strong's, I don't see it.
Genesis.
Genesis
Yeah.
and Strong.
I think
That's
the
so
name
weird.
of
I
the books
thought it would've
themselves
been
really
English.
strong. I think everything that
Genesis.
What is that? You have a hard time with the books, you know?
Alright, so we got Bereshit, right? Or let's see. Look up beginning. That may be it. Look up beginning.
You got Bereshit.
What you got?
So it's beginning, it says seed appendix.
What is that? 7218.
Yeah, that says Bereshit.
Huh?
Bereshit.
Reishi.
Yeah. Feminine. First place, time, order or rank, specifically a first fruit, beginning, cheat. S. First
Sheet.
fruits, part-time, principal thing.
Now go to 7225. Read sheets.
72.
7225. 7225.
Rashi.
British sheet, right? We put the bed. What is the bed? What does bait mean?
That's the tent.
Means house. House of his what? Creation, the beginning. Better sheet. What does better sheet mean in 7225?
In the beginning.
In the beginning. That's what better sheet means. So when you understand the genealogy of Genesis, Genesis means to be born. But there was already a life. So you can't be born. So it's the house of his creation. Yes.
Can't see that word.
That's
What
right.
does it say? Or how do you spell the finish?
Bereshit. You have a question?
Her spelling is different. Because you have Bereshit, but it shows.
That one says Bereshit, which is R-E.
So in the, just like ba, right? Be, ba Hashem, Bashem, be. In the be, Yeshit, in the beginning. And it means what? In the beginning.
Yeah, so the bed. Yeah, that's basically the thing. Like anything in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Bereshit is beginning.
What does Exodus mean? What does Exodus mean? That's the next one, right? What does Exodus mean? Anybody? Exodus means departure. Exodus means departure. Would that have anything to do with Exodus?
Yeah, they came out of Egypt.
They came out of Egypt?
Well, they were kind of extracted.
Bring it back. Come on. They were what?
They were led out.
They were what? They were led? Exodus means departure. Now look up this. Look up H8034. Let's see what the Hebrew is. Anybody know what the Hebrew may mean for Exodus? Shemot. Let's see if Shemot has the same meaning as Exodus. Exodus means to depart. Right? He said they came out. Let's see if that actually was the case.
You said just
H8034. H8034. And what's the Hebrew name for it? Shemot. What does Shemot mean? You might find it. Find it. I'm gonna give it to you.
8034.
Yeah. Shemot.
Shem.
Shem.
You said 834?
Yeah. It says Shem. We put the oak on it. Makes it plural. Shemot means called. They were what? Called to what? The wilderness. Most High called them. Called. I'm going somewhere with this, so bear with me. What's the next book? Huh?
Next book. Leviticus.
Leviticus. Look up H71. I'm sorry, I totally messed that up. Shemot means names. I'm sorry. Shemot means names. I'm gonna just give y'all the next two.
Right, the Shem.
Names. When you look at Exodus 1, he said, "What? These are the names." Y'all start to pick it up. These are just like in Genesis. Bereshit, in the beginning. Shemot, names. These were the names that were called. Right? Which will lead us to Leviticus. I'm going to just give y'all this one. Leviticus, how you say that is, Wehegra, yes, exactly. Which that means called, I'm sorry. Which is 8034. Or I'm sorry, 7121. What's the next book? Numbers.
It said
W-A, I'm sorry, my W-A-Y-I-G-R-A.
such a hammer. I don't have my glasses, so
Yeah, we can't, please just spell it.
I'm sorry, it's W-A-Y-I-Q-R-A. Next one, what's the next book?
Numbers.
Does numbers have anything to do with that? If so, tell me why. If so, tell me why.
Actually, I don't think that has nothing.
Go to go to Numbers 1 and 1 for me.
I think it does names of tribes.
I can't down these spaces. I'm gonna give you all the Strongs. For the numbers is H4057. H4057.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Numbers 1 and 1. And Adonai spake unto Moshe in the wilderness.
And where?
In the wilderness of Sinai.
Are y'all catching on yet? Most of the actual names related to the Hebrew name of that book, the meaning of it is in the first verse.
Bimidbar.
Bimidbar means, read that again.
And Adonai spake unto Moshe in the wilderness.
And where?
The wilderness.
Bimidbar means in the wilderness. Watch what I'm about to do here. Pay attention. What's the next book?
Deuteronomy.
What does that mean?
Speak.
What?
Word or speak, right?
Damn.
Never mind.
What's in James gave it to y'all. Deuteronomy is Devarim, which means word or speak. Adai, give me Deuteronomy 1 and 1. And the Strongs for that is 1697.
Deuteronomy 1.
Devarim. D-E-B-A-R-I-M.
What's the strong again?
H 1697. D-E-B-A-R-I-M, which means word or speak. You got that for me?
I'm sorry, you said Deuteronomy 1 now?
1 and 1.
These, I'm sorry, these be the words which Marsha.
The word, right? These be the words that he spoke. Devarim. What's the Hebrew word for word? Debar. Hadebar. Hadebar, right? Hadebar Shema. Right? Here's the word. Alright? Devarim. What's the next one? Joshua.
Salvation.
Yeah, we should all know that, huh? Is it just salvation?
God's salvation.
Yah salvation. You can put Yahoshua or Yahshua. Yah is salvation. That's 3091 strong. Next book.
Judges.
Judges. Good job, too. What is the Hebrew word for judges?
Soften.
What?
Soften.
Shoftim. What's the word, Hebrew word for judge? Shofu. Shofu, shafu.
Can y'all see a little easier?
Yeah, that's
That's
helpful.
better?
That is
Okay.
helpful.
Honey, can you?
Which means judgment. Strong's for that is 81.99. The next book. Ruth. And that's actual Hebrew. What does Ruth mean? Somebody get it for me. Strong 7327.
Is that a TIM?
Huh?
What's that again?
TIM. Yeah, I got the best mark.
That's what they basically already know.
Yeah, it's the children's book. Yeah, it definitely is. I found the markers in y'all room. Who's gonna explain that? Who's gonna explain that? If one did it, you all did it.
Wait, you went in a room?
Where
You ain't
find-
got no room.
Where you find this marker at?
In the school?
That's because Nicole took it.
Alright, back focus.
Blame Micah.
And you used it.
So, somebody get Ruth for me. H7327.
23 what?
27. 7327.
73,
Root. Friendship.
Ruth means friend. Friendship.
Brianna, where are you at?
What's the next book?
Oh, wait.
It's what?
Samuel Rishon.
I'm gonna just put first and second. It's all the same, right?
Shemuel, Rishon.
First, second Samuel.
Are you still
What is how you say it in Hebrew?
Root.
Huh?
Shemuel.
Shemuel, right?
Rishon.
What does Shema mean? What does Shema mean?
Listen.
Huh? Listen, heard, hear, right? So, who was I talking to about this? L. When you have an L or a Yah, what does that signify?
Elohim.
Elohim, right? So look at this. Shem, you, or put it into, listen, Shemuel. Put it in a context that makes sense. So you got a couple different words for Shema. Hear, heard, listen. What would make sense for this?
Listen, yeah.
Huh?
Listen, yeah. Listen, yeah. Listen.
Here, listen.
Here, but put it in the context of past tense.
Heard.
Heard of Elohim.
That's what he did.
Heard of Elohim. And who was calling him?
Elohim.
And that's Strong's Strong H8050. What's after 1st and 2nd Samuel? Huh? 1 Kings.
Melachim.
That's one. But Kings, plural.
Melachim.
Melachim Rishon means first.
Cousin?
Rishon. I gotta put these separate because it's gonna come off different. 1 Kings, Melachim, Rishon, which means kings. I'm sorry, y'all. This is a hard marker right here. Strong's 44:28. That's gonna be for both of them though. With 1 Kings and 2 Kings, just the names is different. So, the second is Shana. Melachim Shana. Same strong, same meaning, just different because of number. After 1 and 2 Kings, we got what? I'm gonna start right here, right?
Wow.
First what? First Chronicles.
First name, Malachim.
Melachim Rishon.
Before you erase
Restaurant.
it, can we go up there and look at it? All
Yeah, I'm not gonna erase this. I'm not gonna erase because I ain't got no space, so
Oh.
I'm gonna just say it, I'm speaking.
You agree?
So what's after 1 and 2 Kings? Chronicles, right? Somebody tell me the meaning of that. Somebody, it's two numbers I want y'all to get. H 1697 for Strong's, and H 3117. H 1697 and H 3117.
That's for first and second part?
Yeah.
Still the bar. You said H what now?
1697 and 3117.
In my book in Hebrew it says, Divrei Yamayim Rishon.
Good. Divrei Hayamim Rishon. What is the meaning of it?
Spell it.
D-I-V-R-A space H-A apostrophe Y-A-M-I-M Rishon, what you just wrote before. What does yours say, Mike?
I don't know. I mean,
Huh?
I would have to go through some things to
Oh, I thought you found it. I'm sorry. Somebody get that for me. What? Somebody give me.
translation.
Somebody give me H1697 and somebody give me 3117.
Yeah, Mike said the bar. He said no. 1697.
16. Yours says the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the second one again?
3117.
Well, Hayam, when is the Hayam, like, today?
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got date, time, year.
You got that for 3117.
Yeah.
So day,
So it means Devarei means matters. Matters of the day. Matters of the day. And that's the same meaning for Second Chronicles. The difference is Devarei, Hayamim, Shina. So the same as Second Kings Shina, same thing with that. Next book. Ezra. Strong's 5830. And Ezra is a Hebrew name. So that's the Hebrew name. Ezra. So tell me what the meaning is. Strong's is 5830. 5830 is the Strong's.
Help.
Good, help. Ezra means help. Everybody got that?
okay,
Ezra means help.
help,
What's the next book?
Nehemiah.
Nehemiah. Hebrew name is the same except add the Y before the A. Nehemiah. Now remember, when you have a Yah or El in your name, what is that signifying?
Elohim.
Elohim. One thing I want y'all to understand is during the ancient times, we were a people who our names represented our Elohim, our God.
That's what it says in the book. He said, for you are called by my name, called.
So a lot of cultures, that's why you got certain names, a lot of cultures was called by whatever God they were worshiping.
Just a little something extra to add, sure everybody knows it. You look in the transatlantic slave trade database, type in the word Yah, you'll see a lot of our people with Yah's name in it. And it shows like where they were sent to, what slave ship.
And to add on to that, they actually got a display at the Washington, D.C. Museum. So Nehemiah, somebody look up the Strong's 5166.
Jehovah comforts or Yahweh comforts.
Good. Yah will comfort. Nehemiah means comfort. Yah will comfort.
Is that what
Or
that
Yah comforts. Huh? Next one. Esther, which is also a Hebrew name. You can put that in the Hebrew. Strong's 635. 635. Strong's 635. Yep. Somebody tell me what that means.
Star.
A that just shows you, if you understand the story of Esther, she was exactly what her name meant. Because she was the reason Israel was not killed off by the king and his hating compadre, Haman. He was trying to kill off Israel, destroy it, because Mordecai wouldn't bow down to him. But through her, Israel, you know what I'm saying? And of course the help of Mordecai, which the king considered him a great man, was saved. And brothers be trying to teach this, say women ain't important. Look at Esther. I think differently.
Right.
Women are very important to this nation. They definitely.
Always got me though.
Mhm.
Maybe you can help Esther marry the king. Right?
What was the purpose of her marrying? Who charged her to do that?
My father Mordecai. sent
Her
her-
cousin.
Yeah, her uncle. I think it was
Her
uncle.
cousin.
I thought it was uncle.
Nuh-uh.
As a cousin.
His,
Cousin. Oh, it's
his
a cousin.
uncle was her father.
Right.
Her cousin
Right.
charged her to go to the king because he knew through her Israel could be saved.
Gospel.
So women have their place in Israel. It's being important. But understand this though, because this can get thrown off to the left and say, oh look, women can do this. No, what I'm saying is women have important places, but at the same time, what was going on that she had to do that? The men wasn't rising up and doing their job. So he uses people in that way, just like he uses Gentiles and heathens to show us a message. We can't measure the Father's will and how he uses people. And unfortunately, Israel has lost sight of that or understanding that. He uses whoever he wants to. Isaiah 55:8, my thoughts are not your thoughts, my ways are not your ways. You may not understand why he's using that heathen, but he do. You may not understand why he used that woman, but he do. This is why Israel got to stay home in these last days. What's the next book? Huh? Job.
Yo. Oh, sorry. What?
Age 347. Oh man, I'm about to put you back there.
You know, time out. Age for it.
Age 347.
Making sit in a little chair.
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
man. You fell in that chair.
I ain't had brother twice. Be quiet, man. Brother still talking, man.
My bad. Sleeping.
So what's that again? 347?
Age 347.
Let's see what that says.
80. Who's he 80 about? Eyob. Hebrew name Eyob. That's spelled I-Y-O-B. I-Y-O-B. Means hated or persecuted. He was a living example of persecution and getting tried in the fire. Because Most High considered him what?
When his righteous.
Perfect.
His
Righteous, right? So he said Hashatan try. And Hashatan could not prevail over it. Question?
Yeah, because there was another one. The origin of H340 opinion.
It could be, sometimes the Strong do have an extra number you can go to get another understanding of it, but the Strong's, but that one specifically is H347. What's the next book?
Psalms.
Y'all should know that.
Mishlei. No,
I'm saying the meaning of song. What song mean? Song. Think about, what is these psalms considered? Psalms. What's another name for psalms? Hymns. Hymns of praise. Psalms mean hymns of praise. And the name is Telehim. Telehim. That's spelled T-E-H-I-L-I-M. Strong number for that is 8416. Psalms or Telehim means praise or hymns. Y'all understand? All them songs, we can make songs out of. Literally. I mean, of course you got rhythm in your voice.
How do you spell it?
I'm pretty good with that.
H-Y-M-A.
Huh?
H-Y-M-A. What he said, it's spelled.
H-Y-M-E, yeah. Here.
Lexi.
What?
No. I'm afraid to talk.
He's not a singer. I know you can sing. You sing
A
now.
little bit. If I get my, if I get my zone, if I tap in a little bit.
Go for the high note.
Let me hear it.
You know that? Alright. What's the next book?
Proverbs.
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 Okay,
in the
sure.
Bible.
Strong's number 49:11. Strong's 49 and 11.
No, that one is Michelin.
Mishlei. That's spelled M-I-S.
S.
You said 49:11.
49:11. Yeah.
Does it say Mashal?
My shot. Do we have a? Like she said, another number with it. It should. 49:11.
Go down.
Say Mishlei.
And 49.
One word. Mashal. Just show me that.
I'm gonna look at it.
To have rule, I know is that it? The same one? That's the definition?
Nah.
Okay, I must be somewhere else.
It was.
You said 49:11, right?
Yep.
To represent, like, can be like, to like, can be like, similar, to compare.
If you go to 2 and then 8, it says to use a proverb, speaking parable, or proverb.
Let me see.
That's Michelle.
How do you spell
But then it
Mishlei?
hasn't like
Mashla.
qual.
He didn't finish spelling it.
It's M-I-S-H-L-A-Y.
And that
Another
is
name is
49:11.
Mashla for it, which means allegory.
Mashla.
So you right. I'm saying but it's another name for it, which means allegory. Mishlei, Mashla.
Yeah, it does say, okay, I bought it right further.
Mm-hmm.
Allegory.
What's the
An
spelling?
allegory. Mishlei is M-I-S-H-L-A-Y. Look at that. Most High just popped up. Most High, what
You
is
said
it?
it means
An allegory.
A-L-I.
Somebody give me a
A-L-G-O-R.
Ecclesiastes 1 and 1.
A-L-L.
What's the next book?
E-G-O-R-Y.
Ecclesiastes.
Priest, preacher.
The meaning, the Hebrew name for it is Kohelet. Kohelet. You spell that like this. Q-O-H-E-L-E-T-H. It means preacher. Preacher. Strong's 6953.
Say that one more time.
Strong's 6953. Kohelet. Everybody say Kohelet. Kohelet means preacher. Next book. Songs of Solomon. So you may hear in some ancient tongue, Shair, Shayar, Shir, Shalomo, Songs of Solomon. S-H-I-R. Shalomo is S-H-E-L-O-M-O-H.
Curious, why did they say Songs of Solomon?
Songs?
You know what I mean?
This is a good question. That's a good question.
When he was speaking of,
But see, you gotta understand, Psalms is praises. A lot of them is praise songs. Now, when you understand the Songs of Solomon, all those relate to music, but it's a smooth melody. Right? Is all music the same? Nah. When you read this, y'all really going in depth with Songs of Solomon.
yeah, that's
Get a little deep.
Little
you know what I'm
romance.
saying? Little
Well,
romance.
you know, the lady was, the elder was saying that's not what it's saying at all.
Hey, everybody have a different understanding.
That's
That's
what
exactly what it is.
Who said that now?
I
I
think the
mean, he
elder,
talked about our, our water. Shop out, let me check.
It says it straight in the scriptures though, like.
But yeah, with the war rate last week was saying it had anything to do with time.
Everybody has their understanding.
It's
I
kind
know
of
what
graphic.
I'm reading.
It sounded like it had something
There's
to do with
several
the
layers to it though.
Well, listen,
It is.
y'all gotta understand, people got different parts, man. So that some people may have what that mean. It's what the Most High give you.
But because of the scenario, you have to think like this is between a man and his wife. That's what this is.
Right.
That's
I mean, it's very clear what I Oh, we got Shia Shalomo, man. It's the Shabbat, man. It's not the father, y'all.
Just talking about scripture.
Shabbat, man. Alright, Shia Shalomo. Strong, 7892. Now, with that being said, what do we think that means?
You said what?
What does sheer mean? What does it mean song? What else could it mean? Shir Shalomo.
You said 70.
Strong 7892.
Is that
Strong,
peace? I know
78,
Shalomo's
92.
peace, right?
I'm not just talking about, I'm not really talking about Shalomo. His name means Prince of Peace. I'm talking about shit.
Yeah.
The songs, what can we say? It could be what?
Praise.
Overall, what would that be called?
Music?
Musical. Shir Shalomo. As far as the meaning of that book, musicals. It's a melody.
Solomon likes music.
Oh, you like music, man. You like music, what's up?
You said 78.
7892.
I know I know what you're trying to say.
Next, Isaiah. Who knows the Hebrew name for him? Huh?
I'm sorry.
Who said? Yeshayah. 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 We spell Y-E-S-H-A. Yah.
What? Oh. That's yeah.
Yeshayah.
I thought that Yahoo was on the end.
Yeah.
In some instances,
in
it
the book it
is
says
Yeshayah.
Yahoo, but when you read it, it says Yeshayah.
Yeshayah. Yeshayah. That's a more common name. People know Yeshayah.
So it uses both of them.
So what does that mean? Obviously, yeah, no Yahs in it. But what does it mean? Strong's 3470. Strong's 3470. 3470.
You said 3470?
Good. Yah saves. Yah saves.
Yes,
Yes,
most people
right?
get that confused
Save.
with
Huh?
Yeshua versus Yeshaya. I mean, I know there's a difference.
I'm gonna just say from my understanding, from what I had got, I'm not saying I'm right, but even that name Yeshua during that time period, what was that we was reading? Nehemiah 9 or something like that. That remember when the people said they didn't want to hear the Most High name.
Yeah.
So when you go into understanding the commandment, thou shalt not take my name in vain, the priest was trying to make sure that we wasn't breaking that commandment, so they dimmied it down. So when you just say Yeshua, it means just salvation. But now when you say the name Yahoshua, or some people say Yahshua, it means Yah saves. Yah is salvation, right? So that name is from a derivative. They were just trying to make sure nobody broke that commandment. Because people, you say you're gonna die if you say his name in vain. Ain't no other penalty, you're gonna die. So
But I can see the difference because he said we saying Yah has saved. He's saying what he's done. But when you're saying Yehoshua, you're saying he is salvation.
Yah is salvation.
You're saying him himself is salvation.
That means it's still gonna come to pass.
Right.
When you speaking that, Yeshayah, speaking past tense.
Right.
Alright, next one. Everybody got that? Everybody got that?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Strong's was 3470. What's the next book?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. I know some of y'all heard his name before. What's the Hebrew name of it? Huh?
Jeremiah.
Yeremiyahu.
Jeremiah.
Yeremiyahu. You spell that YIRMEYAHU.
Rihanna.
Now y'all tell me the meaning of it.
Right, sit down.
Strong's is 3414. The Strong's numbers is 3414.
Wait, how do you spell it?
YRMEYAHU.
Yeah, strong for me.
Strong's 3414.
It says whom Yehovah has appointed. It says whom Yehovah has appointed.
Right? Appointed, or
Major prophet.
another way, another meaning could be Yah will rise.
Which one do you want?
Oh yeah, it does say that as well. Yeah.
You can either put either meaning, Yah is appointed or Yah will. I put Yah will rise. Yah will rise. I think Amina's gonna like this next one.
Yes.
What's the next book? Lamentations. Strong's number 7015.
Quite not.
70-15?
Quite not.
You said 70, 15?
7015. Ain't 7015.
I think it's quite not.
What'd you say, Mike?
Quite not.
Huh?
Is that it? Quite not.
Eka.
Enoch.
Eka.
Eka.
AEKAH. You see that?
A-E-K.
KAH. Eka.
You said strong 715.
Yeah. What George say?
That's strong broke.
What George say?
Well, I guess you said Kenya or what?
It should say AEKAH.
No.
Says Q I N.
Yeah.
Is that cute?
You?
No, my son.
I said Q-I-Y-N-A. Or Kina. And
Make
you
sure.
meant Dirge,
Queen
Elegy.
Because on 70, 50, 70,
I'm actually had the wrong word.
this
But they don't even have the same meaning. Understand?
I mean, this one does say Lamentation, Dirge, Elegy.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But then it goes down to the origin.
Right.
It says 69, 69.
What does it say?
It says to chant a
Hmm?
chant or well.
Wailing.
Well, yeah. So lamentation means to cry, come to knock. Come to knock. But for now,
Come to knock?
put what y'all got. Come to knock. So it means come to knock or cry.
Come to
So yeah,
knock.
it said, at the end it says morning woman.
Hmm?
At the end of
Come to knock.
H
Because not is nothing.
69, 69.
Knock?
Cry.
Like,
Yeah, it said morning. It said morning, yeah.
oh, I'm
So lamentation it also means to cry. I mean, if y'all read the book, y'all understand it means to cry.
so why would I like it?
So do you want us to keep the 70, 15 or do you?
I may have that one written. What? You still got your paper? Did you have? You still got your paper? You had?
No, it wasn't exactly.
I'll get back to y'all on that one.
So it could be 69, 69 too?
Yeah. What's the next chapter? Strong's 3168. Tell me what y'all get.
Ezekiel.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yekeskia. Yekeskia. It's spelled Y-E-K-H-E-Z apostrophe Q-E-L. Yekeskia. Everybody say Yekeskia. Yekeskia. Everybody say Yekeskia.
Questquia.
Anybody got the Strong's is 3168. 3168 Strong. Y'all will strengthen. Yekesquiel, Ezekiel means Yah will strengthen.
Yeah, he did. He's looking to the.
Next one is Daniel. Same spelling, but it's Daniel. Daniel. D-A-N-I apostrophe E-L. Anybody know what Dan means? Tribe Dan. What does that mean? Huh?
Judge.
Judge. So it's Daniel, which means what? Yah or Elohim is judge. Daniel, yeah, Elohim is my judge. When you put the E at the end, like Shalom, that's spelled S-H-A-L-O-M-I, means my peace. Right? So you put that E at the end, Daniel, my Elohim is judge. That's in Hebrew note you put down. Anytime you see a word with the E at the end, or I mean, in English, Hebrew spelling, it's a possessive thing. My. Well, as far as mine, there's no masculine for that. It's possessive. Yeah.
And what was the Strong's
1840. Next book is what? Hosea. I'm going to speed it just a little bit because time. Hosea. Hebrew is Hoshea. So same name, just add an H between the S and the E. That Strong's number is 1954. I'm going to just start giving y'all some just to do the time. That means deliverer. Next one, Joel. In the Hebrew, did anybody get that spelling for that last one? Hoshea, you got that?
Yeah.
Joel, Yoel. In the Hebrew, Yoel. Now think about this. Yo, got the yo, and El. What does that mean? So what? Yoel. Yoel. Yah is Elohim. Yah is Elohim. The strong number for that is 3100. 3100. Next one is Amos. Hebrew is Amos. The meaning of Amos is prophet. The strong number, I have two of them. The first strong number is 5986. The second strong number is 6006. I'll say it again. The two strong numbers is 5986 and 6006. Amos. Next one is Obadiah. Same meaning, same name, but add the Y to make Yah, Obadiah. Obadiah is the Hebrew name. The meaning of that is serving Yah. Serving Yah. Strong's number 5662. Oh yeah, we don't need another paper. We don't need another paper. Now, y'all think this crazy. Watch what we do this. I'm about to make y'all prophets and prophetess. Yep.
Right. You find out your name is the ugly one.
The ugly one.
Yep.
The name of your children is prophetic.
Next one. Y'all got that? Obadiah, serving Yah, Strong's H5662. Next one is Jonah. Yes. Hebrew name is Jonah. Anytime y'all see a J, most likely it's supposed to be a Y there. So Jonah is Jonah. The meaning of that is dove.
Oh.
The strong number is two of them this time. Strong number is 3124. I'm sorry, 3124 and 3123. Yeah, 3124, 3123. Everybody got that?
3124. What else?
3123. What y'all about to do about to blow your minds. Next book. Micah. Hebrew name is also Micah, which means who is like Elohim? Who is like Yah? Who is like Yah? You got Mikael, Micaiah, or you got Micah. Who is like Yah? Strong's number 4318. Who is like Yah? Oh yeah, I got you. Next one, Nahum, which means Nakum in Hebrew. Nakum. That's Nakhum. Nakum means comfort. Comfort. Strong's number 5151. Next one. Everybody got that? Everybody got that? Give me a cane if you got it. Next one is Habakkuk. Habakkuk. Hebrew is Kabakuk. Kabakuk. You spell that Khabakuk. Kabakuk means to embrace. Means to embrace. Strong's number 2265. 2265. Next one is what? Zephaniah. The Hebrew name is Zephaniah. Zephaniah. Everybody say Zephaniah. You spell that T-Z-E-P-H-A-N-Y-A-H.
I missed it. Say again.
T-Z-E-P-H-A-N-Y-A-H. Zephaniah means hidden of Yah. Hidden. And who was considered hidden in that book? Children of Israel. He called us what? The hidden ones. As they refer us as the hidden ones. Strong's number 6846. What's that? Can I get to it? Can I get to it? I'm about to get to it. No. I'm about to get to it.
He doesn't physically need to get to
Everybody got that? Zephaniah? You ain't got it?
No.
You got it, Zephaniah?
Yes, I have.
Hidden of Yah? Okay. Next one is Haggai. Hebrew is Kaga. Kaga. K-H-A-G-G-A-I. Name of that meaning is feast. You may hear it called Sukkot. Sukkot. Tabernacles. Feast of Tabernacles. which means all together mean feast. The Strong's is 2292. 2292. What's the next one? Zechariah. The Hebrew is Zechariah. Zechariah. I like that name. Zechariah. Spelled Zakarayah. Now who can tell me what Zakar means? I say it all the time. Zakar. Say Zakar Lanu. Lanu is what? Us. Zakar is remember. So you say Zechariah.
Remember Yah?
Yah remember.
Yah remembered?
Yah has remembered. Yah has remembered. Strong's 2148.
What was the strong?
Strong's 2148. Next one and last one is what? Malachi. And in Hebrew it's Malachi. Malachi. Spelled the same exact way. What does Malachi mean? Malachi mean? Malachi? Good.
Oh.
Malachi means messenger, or we know another name for messenger is what? Malachi. Remember I said we put that
My
name on there.
messenger?
Nope. My what? What's another name for messenger? Angel. Malachi. My angel. So another name for messenger is angel. And that Strong's is 4401. Now the real work begins. So, for my prophets and prophetess, y'all have the meanings of each name, correct? Now it's time for y'all to prophesy. What I want y'all to do is try to put a story together with the meanings of the names. Use each word in the meaning, and as far as the in-between words, like is, as, a, you can use that. But not an extra word like apple or something. You get what I'm saying? So now, y'all have time. I want y'all to write down, get a whole new piece of paper. What I mean by that is this. This is my prophecy. I underline each meaning of name so you can see. This is how I want y'all write. Y'all write now.
You put the name and the meaning?
I put the meaning of the name in it. So I'll read a little bit for y'all.
Okay, you did the name.
So again, example. In the beginning, Bereshit, my name, right? Shemot was called Exodus in the wilderness, Leviticus.
So you did put the name in the meaning?
Huh? No, I'm just giving you. I'm calling out the meaning. Put the name on. I'm calling out. So I'll just read it right. In the beginning, my name was called in the wilderness to speak the words of Yehoshua and his judgment to the friends that heard of Elohim. Kind of see the flow of that?
I think it's got to get down all the names. Put it on paper.
Yeah, I think we get all of them.
Y'all did?
All the names?
What name y'all did get?
What's the
For Leviticus, I'm missing the meaning and the Strong's for that.
This is what we do. It's 540.
Yeah,
I'll give y'all the 615. No, not copy. Y'all help each other. Partner up. You did it, right?
Yes.
Alright, now we're back. So we can go in order. Alright, we can go in order. We're gonna go Hebrew. Right to left. Alright, so we're gonna each go one at a time. So in between, I may tell you, try a little harder on that just to make it more sense of the prophecy. Okay? Everybody understand what I'm saying? Or no? Y'all tired?
You mean try a little harder.
So it may not make sense of what's supposed to be fitting right here to bring forth the prophecy. Alright? So we'll go with Odelia. Alright, you go first.
Okay, so.
Make sure you speak loud and clear so we all can hear you too, please.
Okay, so how do you want me to say what the Hebrew and English will mean?
No, I want you to flow. I want you yeah, I want you to flow. You ain't gotta say the Hebrew name, just go through your paragraph.
Alright, I have like one more. So if you get some answers.
Alright, good.
Thank you.
In the beginning, Yah gave names to his servants,
Come on.
called after his own. In the wilderness by his word, to proclaim Yah's salvation to the nations through judgment. Him being Abraham's friend, heard of Elohim to be kings in the matter of days, when help would come to redeem that which was lost. Yah's comforts through him, Yah comforts through his son, who starved the wise men would follow. He would be persecuted and hated by his own. Those, okay, hold on. It'll make sense when you read it. He would be persecuted and hated by his own. Those songs and hymns, I think you messed me up. I messed you up. Because it was supposed to be him in there somewhere. Or it must be him somewhere in there.
So songs mean praises and hymns.
Okay. Won't blame me.
Don't blame me.
Yeah, okay. So Yah comforts through his son, who starved the wise men will follow. He will be persecuted and hated by his own. Those songs, I guess I'd do better after that. Songs of praise, he would be an allegory to the blind, who will raise up preachers and they will play like a musical to those Yah saved. Yah will rise, but those who hate him will come to naught. Yah strengthens those that loves him and keeps his commandments. Yah is my judge and my deliverer. Yah is my Elohim, whom all the prophets proclaimed. The servant of Yah is like a dove who descended on Israel, who is like Yah. I meant to say, let me repeat that. The servants of Yah.
Start right there. Who came in the volume of the book? That's what you're missing out there. Understand? What I want y'all to understand, I'm going to just tell you the whole summary of the book. It's a prophecy of him. That's the only thing you missing out there. It's really good. Really good. That's the only thing you probably missing.
Where's the volume of the book at? No, I'm saying, is that somewhere? Where am I missing it? No, it's not.
So meaning, if he's the volume of the book will prophesy of him. And that what you're prophesying about is Yah will return. You get what I'm saying?
But I thought I covered that when I said Yah is right here. So Yah comes to those others. Abraham friends, her Elohim, king, days, husband comes to redeem the children. Yah comforts those through his son, who starved the wise men will follow. That ain't kind of.
But when you say Yah deliver, Yah is more so focused on Yah rather than the volume of the book. Which, that's okay, but the whole prophecy, what I'm trying to get you at, is prophesied of him. Return. So I'm gonna let you tweak it a little bit, okay? I'm gonna give you time to tweak it a little bit. Keep the majority of it, tweak it just a tad.
So I'm gonna come back next Shabbat. Okay.
Who got next?
We got that.
When we gonna take it?
Michael, come on.
In the beginning, the names called in the wilderness spoke of Yah's salvation, his judgment. I don't know, I actually didn't write that down, I just freestyled that. I was gonna write it down. I don't have a pen. I lost it.
All right. Carl.
After you said that, I'm like, I'm not sure. And, I don't know what. In the beginning, his names were called in the wilderness, and he spoke of Yah's salvation and judgment of the friends. They heard Elohim and of the king to speak on matters that was dead, giving help. word from the preachers. Get useful and know y'all saved. And y'all will rise. So don't cry, because y'all will strengthen. Elohim is my judge, my deliverer. Know that Yah is Elohim, who sent the prophet that was serving Yah, representing a dove, who is like Yah to comfort, to embrace those who are hidden with Yah. So have a peace and know Yah has remembered his message.
Okay, prophetess. Yeah. What we got? What we got?
In the Bereshit.
Y'all better prophesy, man. Cry loud. Come on.
In the Bereshit, in the beginning of every day, I am Shemo, called into the wilderness to Devarim, speak Yahshua, salvation to the people. My duty is to find root, friendship with others who want to be Obadiah, serving Yah. It is my duty to gather Mikyah, who is like Yah, bringing together others who seek Nikyum, comfort, those who know that Zekiel, Yah will strengthen, so that I can do my part in finding Jeremiah, those whom Yah has appointed to rise, and I will invite them. And every Shabbat we will kagai, we'll feast, we will kabai embrace, we will be Esther, stars, and we will be Yoshea, delivered forever and ever.
Hallelujah. I'm gonna tell you why you been really good, but you could it would have been smoother. Remember I just said the meanings, not the actual name, just the meaning, but that was smooth. It was like he was matching them. But I get it. I got it. That was good. What you got?
You need like sis?
In the beginning, our names were called. In the wilderness, spoken words of Yah's salvation and judgments are given to friends that want to hear and become kings in the day to help comfort Yah scarred from the hated. The allegory and give praise that come from Yah the preacher. Give songs that Yah has saved and appointed those that cried for Yah's strength. We will all say Yah is my judge, salvation, and my Elohim. He carries our burdens. By serving Yah, he will carry us like doves and become more like Yah. With his comfort and embrace, Yah has treasured us, and we will feast in his remembrance with messengers and angels forever.
Hallelujah. I really good. I just tell you the same thing. Just remember the volume of the book. Very good job. Both of y'all did a very good job. Really good. Matter of fact, let me give you the respects and let you finish, because you didn't even finish yours. You didn't finish yours, so I want you to go again.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm good, man.
No. I want you to finish. Y'all look at these prophets and prophetess, man. Most I dealing with y'all, man.
He working with us, man. I need help. But those who hate him will not come. But those who hate him will come to naught. Yah strengthens those that loves him and keep his commandments. Yah is my judge and deliverer. Yah is my Elohim, whom all the prophets proclaim. The servant of Yah like a dove, descended on Israel, who is like Yah. I'm trying to say, Shiach is like Yah. To comfort those who was lost. To comfort those who was lost, to redeem the hidden of Yah, revealed in his feast. Those who are remembered through his messenger, the Lamb.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Mina?
I haven't finished mine, because I wrote mine like 11. Not a prophecy. So I got to put it together the way I want it. Can I do that, or it has to be a prophecy?
I mean, that is a prophecy.
Okay. Well, I need more time to get it together, because I'm writing a letter to the Most High.
Okay.
And
Remember, prophesy not to the Most High, but the people.
The people? Okay.
You write
This whole book is a book of journals.
Right.
Yeah, you write to the people. All right.
Okay, so let's see. Well, I had to do it according. I didn't tell them to write it in a paragraph, so I'm just
Okay.
going out as it is. Listen, in the beginning, these names were called to the wilderness to speak, for the children to speak, to be spoken to about salvation, to judge and find good friends, like Ruth. In his name, to find their friends with Ruth in his name, in God's name. To be kings, to speak the word, and help and comfort who are the stars and who are hated, and to be praised, and to be like Elohim. To be like Elohim, a priest to sing songs and hymns, whom God has saved and has appointed to cry out in his strength and to judge for salvation. I don't know that's wait, let me go back. His strength and his judgment is our salvation. And our Father who he gives our burdens to him to serve him as doves, who is like us to comfort and to embrace, who he has us as hidden treasures, to keep his feast as a remembrance and as his messengers.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's all good. See, y'all starting to see through everything he does, even through the names of the books, is a prophecy, right? This is the prophecy I received when I did this myself. I named this the volume of the book. So it said, in the beginning, my name was called in the wilderness to speak the words of Yehoshua and his judgment to the friends that heard of Elohim, who was like the King of Kings, dealing with the matter of this day, to help and comfort them, who is the star that shall come out of them that will be hated and also praised, to bring forth the allegory, as a preacher of the gospel unto his people, which shall save and rise those who cry out. How will Yah strengthen them? For Elohim is the judge and he is the deliverer. For Yah is his Elohim. For the prophet serving Yah is the dove, who is like Elohim, to comfort and embrace the hidden ones of Yah. For the feast of Yah has remembered of my angel. For the feast of Yah has remembered of my angel Yehoshua. Amen. And so that's what happens when you understand the language. That's what happens when you understand what it was written in. These are the prophecies that are revealed to you, you personally, is when you truly dive into the language and submit yourself to his word. That's how prophets and prophetess and teachers come about, because they have submitted to his word in all things. And then you start to reveal even the mysteries of the Most High. Amen? Amen. All right, so let's give a round of applause to Yah.